All right, how you doing, Mr. DJ? Back. We're going back to the sock copiers. Grab the keys to those 1958. Grab the keys to that 1958, 1957 Chevy, and we're going to drive right back to 1960. Billboard's Hot 100. We're going to Billboard's Hot 100. Let me bring it up for you right now. Billboard's Hot 100 of oh my goodness. Let's see. Billboard's Hot 100. It's March something. March the 12th, 1960. Oh, yes. Let me give you the top 5 hits from that week. What in the World's Come Over You by Jack Scott at number 5. And we got Wild One by Bobby Rondell at number 4, up from number 10 the previous week. Handyman by Jimmy Jones at number 3. And Jim Reeves, he'll have to go at number 2. And at number 1, the theme from A Summer Place by Percy Faith and his orchestra, but the Lost 45. That's what it's all about, the Lost 45s. And boy, gosh, there's a bunch of them on here. But let's go to the bottom rungs of Billboard's Hot 100. A classic crooning sock hop record that never was a classic, that never made it. This guy sounded a lot like Steve Lawrence. I mean, you could have played this song easily besides something like Footsteps or I think it's Pretty Blue Eyes by Steve Lawrence. But at number 95, making its debut that week, March 10th, 1960 on Billboard, Nicky Dematteo. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. The Italian pronunciation is Dematteo, but I'll just pronounce it as Dematteo. Nicky Dematteo was suddenly at number 95. Billboard's Hot 100. Nicky Dematteo from Philadelphia. His sisters were pretty supportive. One of his sisters made a down payment for him to take singing lessons. And he took singing lessons at Philadelphia at a place called Dale Dance Studio. A year later, he was singing at USO shows, piling together in a bus with a group of children that sing at military bases like Fort Dix. And he sang at weddings. He sang at funerals. Later on, he sang at glee clubs. 1956. You're not going to believe this. I don't know if anybody remembers. It's been over 60 years ago. When Nicky Dematteo, through a friend or through an acquaintance or somebody who believed in his singing ability because the guy could sing, he got him an audition with Arthur Godfrey show. There was a glitch. He was 15 years old. You have to be 16 to sing professionally on television. That's the legal age, but he was 15. But they got it to where secretly he moved his age up to 16. And he got on. He managed to get on the Arthur Godfrey show. He rubbed shoulders with the Andrews sisters, with Pat Boone, with some big wigs from back in the day on Arthur Godfrey. There were some rules he had to follow, though, because Arthur Godfrey was a very proud man. Somebody told Nicky Dematteo that when he got on the Arthur Godfrey show that he would bow first to Arthur Godfrey himself, and then he would bow to the audience. And one day, in one show, Nicky Dematteo made the mistake of calling his host, by his first name. Like, "Hey, Arthur, how you doing?" And Arthur Godfrey was like, "It's Mr. Godfrey." Remember that. Well, anyway, he developed a little bit of a name for himself, Nicky Dematteo, but he was busted. They found out he was 16 and he was let go from the show. He was disappointed. He was devastated, but he went back to school, graduated from Philadelphia when he was about 16 years old. Kept singing, though, not only singing, but recording. He recorded this song, Suddenly. His one hit, that was it. Afterward, he wasn't sure what to do with his future, but somebody told him that he suggested that he go back to college. And he went back to college, freshman 1961. He stayed in college for 5 years, eventually got a Bachelor's of Arts in English by the mid-60s. But he had that one hit, Suddenly. Let's go to this song. This is a malt shop classic. This is where you sit down in the malt shop, or maybe remember the drive-ins. big old popcorn, watching a good movie on those big drive-in screens. I mean, we used to have one here in Tuscaloosa years ago, and I could hear this song in the background playing on the radio easily, easily. While you're making out with your woman, or well, better not get into that. While you're making out in the back seat of the Chevy, and this song is playing on the radio, I can see this easily. But it was not a hit. Damn. Suddenly by Nicky Dematteo went to number 90. That's it, my friend. On Billboard's Hot 100 for only 2 weeks. But the video is up on YouTube. Thank God for YouTube. I hope you enjoy the record. Nicky Dematteo with a potentially big sock hop classic that never was. Suddenly, from Billboard's Hot 100 back in March 1960.